is Marianah Lourens met Kuns en Vermaak hier op GFI Radio, jou gemeenskapsradio. Yes, Marianah Lourens here with art and entertainment here on GFI 107.9, your community radio. And I've got some wonderful people here with me, two of them that I see now and again and have not been on radio with me, Angie, for about 3 years, I think.
I think pre-COVID.
I think it was pre-COVID. Yes.
Everything's pre or post-COVID.
Yes. And since you on my left, Angie Weisswange. The last time I interviewed you, it was because of fabric art, which is always such an interesting thing, because people use different fabrics and it's not always the same. The people who do fabric art, their art are different from each other.
That's right. I make art out of anything, not just fabrics. From sand to rocks to plastic to beads to fabric. But yeah, fabric does unite it all, I think, because I just always enjoyed sewing. So I belong to the Dyers Quilters Guild, and I'm also a founder member of Textile Art PE. We had an exhibition here last year at GFI called Out of the Blue, and we're having another one next year. So watch the space. Yeah. And we also did transformational textiles, which ran for a very long time at the Nelson Mandela Art Museum, which was a wonderful exhibition.
What I didn't say is that we're at GFI Art Gallery. We are just having a chat here because they've all been displaying and talking about their art and all the different towns. The place is quite busy. I'm so excited, and I'm looking at Mark now, Mark Dodd, and his wife is Llise Dodd. We've been looking at her art display through the couple of weeks now.
Yeah, so Llise has, I think, brought us all together with her art at this event this morning, yes.
She does it beautifully, art on canvas, and sy's 'n wonderlike skildenaar. Wat sê mens? Skilderes? Yeah, she's a wonderful artist, but you do ceramics. Very different.
Yeah, so my mom was a potter and she used to teach quite a lot. I've tried my hand at the canvas and a brush once and that didn't end well. So I always said if I ever have to do something, it'd be with clay, because I have that legacy from my mom and I've seen what she was doing. So recently, I only, in the last, say, 3.5 years that I've been working with clay.
And you do what?
I do mostly functional wear, yeah. So I make things for everyday use. So my mission statement is to make something of beauty for everyday use. I don't do sculptural work or anything like that. Very shortly after I started, within a year of me doing ceramics or starting with clay, there was some people that wanted to come to me for classes. So I do quite a lot of that. I have quite a few regular students that come. There's one person that's still with me that's now coming for 3 years for classes. So yeah, I teach a little bit, and then we've done a few clay workshops. But I also like to experiment a lot, which keeps me so excited and passionate about the ceramics. I dig a lot of my own clay, and I've been experimenting quite a lot with wood firing. Keep myself busy.
And you're going to keep going, obviously, because I don't think you just like to stop.
No, I don't think it'll stop very easily. I've just spent a lot of time. I haven't been making a lot of things lately because I've spent most of my time now building a new wood fire kiln. My first wood fire kiln was just built out of normal, ordinary building bricks. Just as a test kiln, I called it my test kiln as well, just to see how things would work and to learn the whole process of wood firing. I've actually learned quite a lot through the whole process, but I started melting the bricks. So the bricks are collapsing, the walls are collapsing. It looks like lava that started flowing.
It's an oven. And it's pretty hot.
Yeah, I went in my test kiln. I went to about 1,260 degrees. On this one that I've built now, I've been over the period. I've been gathering a lot of second-hand material, high density fire bricks. So I've just rebuilt the kiln now. I've changed the design a few places here and there, but I've just finished that, and I'm very excited because I'm going to be firing it within the next couple of weeks for the first time.
I wonder if it's as hot as hell. It sounds like it. Sounds like it. Now, Eugene Damons. Damons.
Yeah.
Eugene Damons. Now, you're a poet.
Yeah.
I see also mixed media. Something was somewhere behind your credentials, shall I say.
Ja, ek dink
But actually is jy 'n poet.
Ja, ek dink die boek wat ek geskryf het, gesproke woord, is basies 'n vermenging tussen gedigte en prosa. Nou prosa is basies storytelling. Dis waaroor het gaan. So, as 'n vermenging
So
van die
that's
twee.
making the mixed media.
Ja.
Yes, true. Do you write in Afrikaans or English?
Ek skryf oorwegend in Afrikaans.
Ja, nee, ek dacht so, laat jy my nou so aanspreek. Baie mense van ons praat Afrikaans en ons het Afrikaanse programme, so ons kan maar Afrikaans en ons Engels mix.
Ja.
Maar ons praat ook 'n bietjie Engels vir die wat nie Afrikaans verstaan. So hoe lank doen jy dan nou al jou poetry?
Ek het al van die ouderdom van 15 jaar af al begin skryf al.
Kan ek vra hoe oud is jy nou?
Hoe oud is ek nou? Ek weet. Ek is op die oomblik 49.
O, so dit is 'n hele klompe jare.
Ja, so ek begin al van die ouderdom van 15 jaar af al te skryf al. Altyd die begeerte gehad om my eerste boek te publiseer. Dit was altyd my droom gewees.
Ja.
En oor die jare het ek my gedigte versamel en altyd bymekaar gehou, my eksemplare, my manuskripte het ek altyd bymekaar gehou, maar my skryfstyl het oor die jare ook verander. Aan die begin het ek meer geskryf oor, dit is die blare, sien jy die skare, die woord het altyd gerym, so baie meer gebruik gemaak van paarrym en kruisrym, en toe meer ek begin skryf het my gedigte meer ontwikkel en skryf wat op die hart kom. Ek het meer uit my hart uit geskryf. So die eerste gedeelte van my digbundel handel meer oor die beginfase van my skryf. Dan het ek 'n middelfase in die boek waar ek net skryf oor wat dit meer passionate is, meer gevoelens waar ek het express. En dan die laaste gedeelte van my gedigte gaan meer oor ek skryf nou wat op my hart is. Dit is baie meer treffend. Ek is baie eerlik in my gedigte en ek sê dit soos dit is. Daar is een gedig wat ek byvoorbeeld skryf waar ek sê, sê dit soos jy dit sê, of voel dit soos jy wat in jou hart opkom. So my gedigte is baie eerlik, is baie reguit. Dit praat van die passie vir mense. Ek het 'n geweldige passie vir mense. Ek is baie lief vir mense. Ek hou daarvan om mense dogto's, mense te, soos die mense sê, te observe. En ek kry my inspirasie uit mense.
Ons kan dit sien. We can also feel it.
Yes.
We can feel it clearly.
Yeah.
And your digbundel, your book, your poetry, what do you say in English for a digbundel?
Anthology.
Digbundel is so mooi.
Ja,
woord.
anthology.
Digbundel is
Anthology, ja. Wat is die titel daarvan?
Die titel van die digbundel is Gesproke Woord. So gesproke woord in English is actually a spoken word.
Spoken word.
Ja, so dis soos die motivering uit Llise se portret vanoggend, die skildery van haar. Ek is geïnspireer deur die titel woorde wat weggesteek was in die gras. En toe ek na die portret kyk, sy sê vir my, sy sit dit toe op Facebook en ek kyk en waar is die woorde wat weggesteek is in die skildery? Ja, ek het later bo gekyk om te kyk of ek die dates in die gras sien nie, maar toe ek 'n bietjie uitzoom, toe sien ek duidelik, daar is die woorde gespel in die gras. En jy moet eintlik mooi kyk om dit te sien. Is absoluut mooi en woorde
Not everyone can see it.
Ja, volgende ook gesê dat woorde is so belangrik en sommige keer, Marianne, onderskat ons die waarde van woorde. Sommige keer dink ek is ons onverantwoordelik met woorde, maar as die woorde gesê is, kan ons dit nie weer terugtrek nie. En ek wil dit ook noem dat wanneer 'n mens woorde noem, wat diep sny in 'n mens se harte, dit sny nie net jou hart nie, maar dit sny ook jou toekoms. En is baie moeilik om ontslae te raak van woorde wat groot skade veroorsaak het. So, as dit eers skade in die hart veroorsaak het, is dit baie moeilik om my woorde weer terug te trek. Want wat gesê is, kan 'n mens weer terugtrek nie. Dus kom ek het 'n absolute liefde vir woorde. Letterloops het iemand vir my gesê, toe die persoon my iets vra, toe ek damstrak, toe kon ek die antwoord en sê vir my, is die eerste keer wat ek kon sien, jy is sonder woorde, want jy bly praat. Jy is baie lief vir praat. So ek is 'n prater, woorde is binne my. Ek geniet dit om met mense te kommunikeer, maar bovenal geniet ek dit om net myself te wees. Want soos in een van die gedigte wat Llise ook genoem het was, dat voor jy my oordeel, verstaan my storie.
En dan moet 'n mens dink voor jy praat.
Precies.
Think before you open your mouth too wide and too ugly. And Elmarie, when I see you, then I think of the music kids. And when I see you, I think about a violin.
Yes, that's true. Violin and viola, that's what I do in the day. My day job is to teach violin and viola at Alexander Road High School. I do teach the instrument, but I actually teach life more than the instrument because music encompasses so much more than just the notes that's on the paper. That's actually just a byproduct of the life that it was created from. So I try never to lose that focus that I can enrich life for the kids that I work with music.
And music is so therapeutic. While Mark was talking about the ceramics and Angie was also talking about the fabric, and she uses anything, sand or whatever, everything. And then, of course, the words that Eugene was saying, everything is art.
Yes,
it's
everything
all
is
art.
connected, actually.
And art is therapeutic for the person who's doing it, for the one who's learning it, because playing a violin is not easy.
Not at all. And it's like rock climbing. If you can understand the wall of the rock, I always tell the kids, if you can plan your route up the rocks, you can find the notes on the fingerboard. You must just know where those little spots are.
Because it's not like a piano where you can see it and the one note follows the other. It's not like that at all. My stepdad could play the violin by ear and all were astounded and they couldn't understand. He never took classes and he could play the violin. And they admired him. And I know why, because I looked at it. I mean, even a guitar to me is a bit Greek.
But it's very interesting how Llise, when she contacted me, our connection happened because I bought one of her artworks quite a while back at one of Art and Target's art exhibitions. And I was so in love with the work that I contacted Llise. And then we discovered, but we have a very strong connection in music in common because she also studied music before she went into art.
That's right.
And from there on, there's been on and off contact. But then I came to look at the exhibition and then she said, but she wants me to come and talk about the connection with music, also with the landmarks title and the theme of the whole exhibition. And to me this morning was amazing to see how Angie's work links with landmarks and how Mark's work links with landmarks. I'm on a completely different thinking level now, and your landmarks with, I can take a lot of this and take it back and enrich the children that I work with.
And give them some direction.
Yes, give them some new landmarks.
Yeah. And to me, Lisa's whole collection was so diverse.
Yes.
You're standing in front of the one and then you move to the other one, or sometimes she has got a small set, but then you move away and then it's something totally different.
Yes.
As I say, it's the one who observes who gets a message, but the one who actually does the art, the one who does the ceramics. And coming back to you, Angie, the one who does with sand, with whatever. You know the guy who also does fabric art and he's been using tea bags.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any type of fabric you can use.
He says he just discovered that tea bags, they all turn out different, looking differently.
Yes.
And I mean, tea bags to me, a used tea bag looks all the same, don't they?
Well, have a look at the art museum. I've got a piece on there from all my old jeans.
Your jeans.
Yes, so you can use anything. We've got fabric all around us. We wear it all day. We have carpets. All of that can be used because material is what art is about. And I think that's what's so genius about Llise is that she saw this opportunity. This is a real landmark exhibition because it's a landmark in more ways than one for PE artists to actually come and talk about mixed arts.
We've got about 5 minutes left, so I want to ask each one of you in future, where will people find you? Where will they find your art? You start off, Angie.
You can find me in books. I've written 11 different art and craft books. They are now, most of them out of print, so you'll find them in second-hand shops. And then I live in my...
Angie Weisswange, and it's
Weisswange, but I was Angie Franco when I wrote the book.
Okay,
so my surname then was Franco, Frank with an E. And then I live in Mount Pleasant, and you'll find me at art galleries and the Quilters Guild and Textile
on
Art.
Facebook.
Yes, and I'm on Facebook.
And Angie Weisswange.
Yeah.
And Mark, you're not on Facebook, but you're on Instagram.
Yes, I do have an Instagram account. So, a little bit of a story. I started off with farming initially, and we had some honeybees, and the kids used to call me Grumpy Bear when they were still younger at school, so the name stuck. So I'm under Grumpy Bear Ceramics on Instagram. That's where you'll find me, and we have a studio. We have a home studio on the farm in Ellens River Valley. On Google, you'll also find the location pinned to our studio, Llise and I share studio.
Must we make an appointment?
We're there 90% of the time, but it's best to just check that we're there. We might be there
because it's
off on a bicycle somewhere or something, but we normally at home. One of us will be at home 90% of the time, but it's best just to confirm that we will be there. But you'll find out details on
Instagram. How do they find you? Just under Grumpy Bear?
It's Grumpy Bear Ceramics.
So if they go Grumpy Bear Ceramics, they found you.
They will find me under Grumpy Bear Ceramics.
Okay,
yes.
and you're not stopping soon at all?
No, I've got no intention of stopping. Once you start living in pots, then it's difficult to get.
I think ceramics are very interesting because you can also make them different colors, and it's just depending on what you use.
Yeah, the field is so wide that you can spend a lifetime and you won't be a master of one technique. I mean, there are so many different ways of doing things like slab work or coils, and then in terms of firing, wood firing or pit firing, raku.
So it's a big,
it's a very vast.
You have to obviously learn on the job.
A lot of it is from experience and
practical learning.
I think the internet has made things a lot easier for us as ceramists these days. And books, I've got a lot of old books that I'm reading.
And grannies like myself, I like to go on Facebook. So you must please go on Facebook so I can find you. I want to find you, Grumpy Bear.
I'll consider it.
I'm a Grumpy Bear. Come on, be a sport. Eugene, you have got your bundle is out.
Yeah.
So waar vind ons op?
I am on Facebook.
You are on Facebook?
Yes, so it's Eugene Damons, just plain Eugene Damons.
And it's Damons.
That's correct. And then it's basically just my email address where people can contact me. But I'm more active on Facebook. Everything is happening on Facebook.
So Eugene, as you see it, E-U-G-E-N-E. Damons, he says, I will say Damons because it's D-A-M-O-N-S. I'm sure lots of people do that.
Yes, people can contact me. That's my contact point.
And Elmarie, they find you at school. But you're also on Facebook.
Yeah, I am at Alexandra High School, and then I am on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram. I'm on Second Viola Chick.
Second Viola Chick. Now, is second a 2 and an ND?
No, it's just the word second.
Second, S-E-C-O-N-D.
Yeah.
Viola Chick.
Because something happened to my first Instagram account. I don't know what. So I had to create a second.
Okay, so that made sense.
Yeah.
And I want each of you quickly a last word for all those about the arts, because as I said, it's therapeutics. Whether you behold it or whether you do it, it doesn't matter what it is. So a last word quickly just from each one of you.
Just do it. Like Nike says, you use your hands or your mouth and you just do it.
Do it, short and sweet. Like you say, Mark.
I'd like to say that with ceramics, anybody can be a potter. There's only one requirement. Don't give up.
Yeah, I will end off by saying that what do you have in your hand? There is something that you have in your hand, and use that wherever you are, whenever you are, and with whatever you have.
Elmarie?
Yes, I agree very strongly with you. And then the other thing is take self-judgment out of the picture. I really like what Mark said, that there's nothing like a perfect pot. Never try to go for perfection, because then you're going to kill your enthusiasm. Just enjoy the richness of creating something.
Yes, and it resonates with me too, what your hand finds do it. There's a Bible verse, and God gave me that years ago. I always say to the Lord, what am I doing here sometimes? And then immediately into my spirit comes that verse. Do what your hand finds to do. And I think with that, we're going to say goodbye. It was so nice having you. It's always so nice being with artists. I admire you all so much because I can't do it.
Yes,
so
you can.
Yes, you can.
You do, actually.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. And it's time for me, Marianah Lourens from Art and Entertainment, to say goodbye. Ja, tyd vir Marianah Lourens en Kuns en Vermaak om te groet met Arrivederci.